Hi, Adam Tompkins here for Diamond Vantage. And today we're going to talk again about porcelain pavers. One of my primary jobs, and probably my favorite part of the job, is to go out and do seminars and live training and really get hands-on with the contractors. And the demonstration that I get asked to do more than any others is how to deal with porcelain pavers. This is probably the hottest material on the market right now. And while it may look like natural stone, it doesn't cut like natural stone. We're gonna do a radius cut using a new contour blade. And then we're gonna shape it, and then bullnose it, and then polish it, just to demonstrate that you are not limited to just straight lines on this material. After today, you're gonna see that you can do literally any shape that you want, both horizontally and vertically. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna draw an arc, and then we're gonna use what are called contour blades. If you look, these blades aren't straight like a regular blade, they're actually curved. You couldn't cut a straight line with these if you wanted to, but you can cut a radius, you can cut circles. So we've had two different styles. Both of these, the segmented and the turbo, those are made for natural stone. We're about to introduce to you a new blade, a new contour blade that's electroplated, and it actually goes through this really hard, non-porous porcelain with no problem. So I drew my arc, and now I'm gonna use my electroplated contour blade. The first thing I do is I'm just gonna follow the arc. I'm just gonna trace it, and then I'll come back in the second pass and go all the way through the material. So here we go. And using the contour blade, just followed the arc and made a perfect radius cut in these ridiculously hard porcelain pavers. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a grinding cup wheel that's also contoured, or maybe I should say convex, to take out these saw marks and prep that vertical edge for our router bit to do the bullnose. And then we'll finish up with the polishing and we'll be done. This is our DiamondX extra coarse grinder. So as you can see, this is also curved and does a great job of following that and really prepping my surface for the bearing to run on. Because remember, that bearing is gonna follow whatever that vertical edge is. So we want a nice, perfect vertical. So I'm just gonna put a slight chamfer on that top edge. And then when I go to vertical, I won't have any chips flying up. So as you can see, I flipped my piece over. The best way to do this is to do the bottom radius and then flip it over and do the top. So if you've seen all of our previous videos, you'll remember when we used the grinder router bit. The top bearing keeps it from going too far down, the bottom bearing keeps it from going too far in. And the bottom bearing is gonna replicate whatever vertical edge that you have it running against. So if you have a real bumpy edge, you're gonna get a real bumpy bullnose. That's why we had to smooth it out with the DiamondX wheel. Now I'm hooking this back up to the Diamond Vantage shroud with our shop vac. There'll be zero dust. This is our number 1 pad. It's gonna sand out those grinder marks and prep it for the number 2, and then we're done. It's that simple. Remember, you need a variable speed grinder. A high speed grinder, 10,000 RPM, you're gonna shoot that pad across the job site. So always check your RPMs, make sure that you're around the 3,000 range, and let's get started. So there's our number 1. That might be good right there. I've got no saw marks, I've got no grinder marks. Just for this demonstration, we're gonna go ahead and hit it with the number 2, and you're gonna see it get just a little bit darker and a nice hone, but not a high polish. That would come from the number 3. How cool was that? So we used our electroplated contour blade to cut a radius. Then we used the DiamondX Type 29 convex grinding cup to grind that surface, give us a nice vertical edge to work off of. Then we used the grinder router bit to bullnose top and bottom. And then we used the number 1 and then the number 2 pad to finish it out. And man, that looks like it came right out of the factory. So what a fun project. Like I said, your imagination is your limitation now. I'm Adam Tompkins for Diamond Vantage. This has been a blast. We'll catch you on the next one.